we will work diligently with all the members of this House and with the Senate to ensure that this bill is adopted as quickly as possible. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Toronto Danforth.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it was wonderful to see this put forward today and to be up for debate. I was part of the committee that studied the bill that was put forward by Georgina Jolibois in the last Parliament, and I know how important it was, and having heard all of the witnesses, I know that they really are going to be so happy to see that we are moving forward and making it a priority. What I would like to ask the Minister, Mr. Speaker, and he touched upon this a bit in his speech, is why this chosen date? Because I know there's been some discussion about it, but why is September 30th the most important date for us to use as a date for the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation?
The Honourable Minister of Heritage.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank my honourable colleague for her question. As part of the consultations that were done during the last Parliament on this bill, and as part of the testimonies that we've heard through the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, it became clear that September 30th, as I was saying earlier, Orange Shirt Day, which has been a grassroots movement in Canada, led by Indigenous peoples across the country, was really the most significant day to create this national, federal statutory holiday to remember what has happened and what Canada has done to Indigenous peoples across the country. We want to work to ensure that throughout Canada, Canadians, but especially younger Canadians, understand this part of our past, so that never again should this happen in the future. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Questions and comments. The Honourable Member for Oshawa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And first I want to thank the Minister for his well thought out and respectful speech. I know one of the privileges that I've seen for myself being a Member of Parliament, it actually has helped me learn more and understand my own ignorance as far as reconciliation and the need for reconciliation. The Minister quite rightly points out the need for education, because so many Canadians are unaware of this dark chapter in our history. And I was wondering if he could comment, because in the bill there really is no plan to develop an educational strategy. And he did compare how this would be similar to Remembrance Day. And on Remembrance Day, the federal government and schools and everybody really puts an effort forward to allow young people and all Canadians to understand and learn about these tragic parts of our history. So I was wondering if the Minister could comment if there is any plan, because this is one of the concerns of the bill. There doesn't appear to be a plan for an educational part of this whole process. And when we debated the Remembrance Day, I remember people worrying about, we don't want this just to become a holiday. We want it to be a learning experience. So thank you very much, Minister. Do you have a comment for me?
The Honourable Minister of Heritage.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank my honourable colleague for his comment. It's a very important issue, and in fact, Heritage Canada does have programs for educational activities as part of this. This is something we want to continue going into the future and maybe even amplify. It's a very good point. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Questions and comments. The honourable member for Joliette. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the Minister for his speech. I would like to ask him the following question. If he recognizes that the federal legislation that is the Indian Act, is a racist act and it's out of date and it should be changed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Honourable Minister of Canadian Heritage. I thank my colleague for his question. In this quest to work towards reconciliation with the Indigenous peoples, there are many things that we must indeed do, and I'm not going to claim that the bill that I'm presenting today or introducing today is going to do it all. It is one of the recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. It's one of the things that we heard across the country.
Great to see you back in person.